so we'll see what's being said. Oh, right now.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Kyle Katarn here.
I'm the Bendu.
Coming at you with a community Q&A.
Live on this wonderful Tuesday, the 29th. It's a fucking hot one.
Yeah, it is actually.
Hot one.
Not as bad as yesterday. It got up to like 110 outside. It's pretty bad. And we are cross-platforming this for the first time.
Yeah,
Bendu is also streaming on Instagram right now.
Yeah, we're trying to go live. I think we are. We're telling your followers. Yeah. Still, it's communicating. I'm trying to make sure that I'm on the fucking...
He's figuring it out.
Okay, we are.
Ninja Ghost Dragon, the real Sith Lord, Miss Gracie, Legend, Fantastic, Thoros, Mr. Monster, Ewanawanga.
Hello, friends. Kyle Katarn here, and the Bendu. We are cross-platforming right now, doing a live Q&A.
He's got to do the Instagram part, because they missed it.
On Twitch, and now on Instagram Live. Just because, yeah, it's really warm, and no, we decided that...
We've got a fan going in here,
while.
but there's no AC to speak of, so...
Yeah.
Seattle's not really set up for that.
Instagram-wise, generally is all I use for... cosplay and my painting miniatures and just general other stuff, but not necessarily my Star Wars stuff. So
you put some badass Saber choreography on there too, though.
This is true, yeah.
That stuff's pretty awesome.
But so yeah, this will be the first time actually doing more of actual Star Wars related content for the Instagram. So,
hell yeah!
Anyone here who has any sort of questions Star Wars related, ask us. It could be new era, old era. We have a couple of bullet questions that I have pre-written down already, just to have like some conversation going. But I want to hear from you all first.
Absolutely.
What some of your random Star Wars questions for the few months have been since the last time we've done this. Plus, this is actually the first Q&A that we've done since the beginning of the Bad Batch.
That's true.
So
we were just gearing up for Bad Batch last time it started, I think.
There's a lot of potential clone content, man.
Yeah, we got the crazy clone tanks and everything. We're going to have to dive into like what it means for the scope of Star Wars. We did our last Q&A right before the Bad Batch started.
Yeah.
So like we were Bad Batch virgins.
It was a lot more so of like what we have to look forward to.
Right.
With like Acolyte, and it was more so after the promotion that Disney put out of all the new short miniseries. But yeah, no, I still can't get my mind around. Also, spoilers for the Instagram people. There will be some potential Bad Batch spoilers. So
it is very likely.
Keep your ears sharp, I suppose. But one thing I was going to mention, there was someone who commented on our YouTube reaction also saying that they saw a very close Jurassic Park similarity between like the way that the old Kaminoan Cloud City, like how like dirty and overgrown,
I see
and
what
like
you're saying.
DNA like super sterile.
I get that a little bit too.
Just like the Jurassic Park laboratories with all the vines like grown through and shit.
Totally, like the decrepit facility kind of vibe. Cool. We got some questions popping up in here.
Monster 08. Oh, it went away real quick. Asked if you were gonna live stream KOTOR.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna live stream KOTOR. I was asking for an aspect ratio changer and a resolution fix mod to make it stream a little bit better, because those were the problems I had last time. But it looks like a bunch of people gave me a bunch of helpful links in the Discord.
Omega is not force sensitive.
I'm gonna try out a series of those, but I'm sure one of them's gonna work. And yes, the plan is to start streaming it on Friday. So
she's just a badass with amazing DNA.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do all my troubleshooting on Thursday. So.
Someone asked Kyle Katarn, where do you get your helmets? A lot of them are Black Series.
Most of them are Black Series.
So I'm gonna try to go this way just so I can.
Oh, there you go.
Read everything, but it is gonna be a more awkward angle. But at
no
least
worries.
I can read.
Can you turn your phone after you've started a stream, or are we like hella sideways now for those people?
I think we look this way. I think we went from movie view to now this view. Where do you get your helmets? Some of them were custom made. Like
a number of them were.
Like the Old Republic bounty hunter helmet that you can directly see showpiecing in the very beautiful center.
Yes, it's called the Stormbringer.
Was 3D printed, and then a lot of the other ones are yes, all Black Series from various eras, various generations. You were sideways before, I know, but I couldn't read.
Legend, yes, I got your suggestion last night, and I'm gonna check the Steam Workshop as well. I'm pretty confident the KOTOR is gonna work. I'm not worried about it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But Friday is when the first playthrough of that's gonna start. Yeah, Thoros the Gonkenborn helmet. I saw someone asking earlier, is it done? It's not quite done yet. I got the horns done today. Still got to do a little bit of weathering on it, but it's getting there. Doesn't have a visor.
I was gonna say the visor.
Either.
That's the trickiest thing.
Because it's not the same on both parts. This part's supposed to be black, and this part's supposed to be like reflective, like a mirror finish. So I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out how to do like a reflective visor, because I've never done one of those before.
The spit take, yeah, yeah. It happens.
Did you get all the videos I and many others recommended? Yes,
there's a lot.
There's a long list. Long list. Is there anything from the books, the movies, the games, old and new, anything content-wise that has either made either of you really glue yourself to it, wonder what was going to happen next? You know, honestly, right now, with War of the Bounty Hunters, which is the current Marvel Comics crossover, like, I'm all about it. I kind of went into it with a casual interest. I was like, okay, cool, they're going to build some hype for Book of Boba Fett. But, like, all of the deep cuts, all of the people that they're bringing into it, and the way that they're tying it into the existing story has me really excited, and like, I really want to get the next one.
That really brought us in. So like, that's a two-part question. So like, yeah. I guess so what's the like the initial thing that really like glued us in? Because for me, it would be Darth Maul, just as a character.
Oh, was the question about the initial thing? I thought it was about
concept.
Right now.
It was something. So the first half of it was what was it from the books, movies, or games that like initially glued you in to Star Wars, and then the second half is like, what are you excited for next, sort of a thing. So yeah, no, Darth Maul was really for me what really glued the deal. And then future-wise,
so cool.
I mean, it's really exciting seeing what all the New Republic stuff has to offer, just like generationally. Because it's like, I was a very avid KOTOR, like Knights of the Old Republic player, especially the first one. So like, you know, a Revan's origin story or whatnot.
Which
so
I'm
like,
about to discover.
So like that time period is really cool because it's like, it's clearly Jedi versus Sith. And then, so it's really interesting seeing now with like more, I don't want to like younger Yoda. Like, it's really cool seeing like this completely different
in the High Republic.
Yeah, in the High Republic, it's It's really cool seeing this completely different part of the character.
He's very different in the High Republic. He's all like baking cookies for the younglings.
So future
different
wise,
side of him.
Yeah. So future wise, like, it's cool that now, because I'm not reading the books, but I'm seeing just a lot of random reviews and contents from the comic books, sort of thing. And yeah, no, it's really interesting just seeing how almost Atlantean, just how beautiful and stoic everything is. Like, it's definitely more of the fantasy side of Star Wars, but like, it's still not quite KOTOR. Like, KOTOR, if you played the first one or the second one, it's still like very obviously sci-fi fantasy with the way that the costumes are made or like designed and everything. Whereas this one, it's like, or with High Republic, I mean, it's more like, we're gonna make it Star Wars elves.
Yeah,
sort of thing. Everything's gonna be fucking gold and silver.
The way I look at it, it's like the Star Wars
really
Galaxy
cool.
pre-industrial revolution.
Exactly.
It's got much more of this like frontier vibe, and it's everything is more like made by artisans and not mass produced.
Yep.
And so everything is much more ornate and like beautiful. And I love the fact that it's like a book series that's come out along with all of these visual supplements to help keep everything straight.
No, we are on Twitch. For those
let's go back and forth. You answer a question on there, and then I'll answer a question on here.
There's only 2 people over here.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
This will just go back and forth, sort of.
Hey guys, what's up?
But yeah, future-wise, also, I'm most excited about Acolyte. I have no idea what to expect from Star Wars Acolyte.
Well, that touches on your favorite genre,
and Star Wars Visionaries. Yeah, is like my 2 most exciting things I'm looking forward to. Within the future, I mean.
2 comments here from unoriginal username. Have you heard that Disney told all of the toy companies to change the name of Slave One to just Boba Fett's Starship? I heard that they renamed the Lego sets. Was there something more to the story? Because changing the name on a Lego set is not enough for me to really care. You know, once it becomes a decision that we're not allowed to say it again, like, call me then. But until then, I'm not going to get in a huff about that. It's a Lego set.
I was going to say, the only time also, like, I don't think it was ever on screen called Slave 1. You know, I think it was only called that because of either Hasbro toys or
right. My ass thinking
books.
it's called the cargo hold.
Yeah, like they never say the ship name out loud. So it's like, for me, it's like I don't give a shit. You know?
I mean, it's not like I don't necessarily give a shit, but it's not like I care enough to get outraged. It's like it does not affect me. It was a $50 set that I'm actually probably going to buy. I'm probably going to build that on the stream. At some point when that comes out.
Yeah, it would be something if they like completely retconned it somehow and just like made it a completely different ship.
Right. I think that's a separate issue. I don't think anyone is suggesting that that's happening. I think that they're just changing. They're softening their language for selling kids to toys, and I don't see any problem with that.
Exactly.
Really. You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Especially when you want to get into the fact that like it's because it's talking about slavery, which a lot of people have a very personal and very negative connection to, and at the end of the day, Slave 1 doesn't exist, and slavery really happened. So one of these things kind of outweighs the other, and better to err on the side of caution and be respectful. You know, that's more important than mine or your nostalgia.
Didn't they change the Princess Leia slave costume name also?
They call it the Hut Slayer bikini.
Is it Hut Slayer now?
Hut Slayer.
Yeah, no, that's totally the same thing. You know,
which I think is fine.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, like, I think Hut Slayer actually is kind of a cool name.
Better.
It's kind of a cool name.
Yeah, and then for any old generation or new generation who goes into Star Wars, then they can be like, you know, introduce the idea of like, oh shit, you know, that was like a servitude dress.
Hut Slayer.
Like, look at this Twi'lek that just got fed to a Rancor. Like, right. That's not cool. You know, but at the same time, they're on the floating Corvette, and she fucking strangles the dude. So
yeah, because she's got the power in the end.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how she's dressed; she still strangles Jabba
the Hutt.
So
I think again, it's like more empowering.
I think Hut Slayer is cool.
Empowering? Yeah,
it is empowering. It is totally empowering.
Changing it from
Hut Slayer makes me think of like Leia. A Red Sonja character. She could like fit into the Conan the Barbarian universe with a name like that, and I think that's badass. That's right up my alley, just like thematically. I will point out that this is not the first change that Disney has made. Grievous's fighter is called Solus 1, but the newest Lego set is called General Grievous Starfighter. The Havoc Marauder Shuttle has been renamed to Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. I didn't see any fervor or outrage when these two things happened. I think it's just touched on a nerve for people because people aren't ready to acknowledge the fact that, you know, being sensitive to other people with other lived experiences extends into our entertainment and into our little happy places of escapism.
Yes.
That's not a good enough reason to hold on to things that are hurtful to others.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people have a hard time coming to grips with that, and I get it. You know, it sucks to part with a piece of your nostalgia, but the effort is so much better spent just letting it go and moving on and finding something better to care about and get outraged about when that comes along, you know? That's the way I see it.
For all we know, also, someone mentioned of, like, they renaming it to where it's more of an homage to Jango somehow.
Yeah,
like,
Jango's legacy. Yeah. That was I retweeted someone suggesting that.
It's a bitchin' name. It's a bitchin' ship name.
It's a reference to Jango and Jaster's legacy.
Do you think we're going to see Cad Bane again? If we do see Cad Bane again...
I hope so.
Could you imagine how amazing it would be for him to come up in Book of Boba Fett live action?
That I've been saying that since the beginning, man. I was really hoping that he would survive that fight with Fennec Shand. I was a little worried that he might die here, but the fact that he survived, I was like, okay, his fate is sealed. If he does, especially if we don't see him again in Bad Batch, because Fennec Shand just cost him a lot of credits, like a lot of credits. And Cad Bane is not someone who's going to, like, walk away from that.
They all just, free fell out of the briefcase.
Yeah, they just went tumbling down. Just tumbling down.
Yeah.
It was great.
Gone.
It was like something out of a heist movie, you know?
Yeah.
But he's absolutely going to come to collect. And if he comes to collect and we get that showdown in live action, I might just die and fall out of my chair.
That's true, because he is also hired by Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So if Prime Minister has anything more to say in the series, then there's plenty of reason for Cad Bane to
give me Omega in Book of Boba Fett, played by Keisha Castle Hughes, and give me Cad Bane, played by Willem Dafoe. That's what I want.
I want Cad Bane, played by Ed Harris, man.
Ed Harris could do it too.
Man in Black.
I want Willem Dafoe to just give it that crazy unhinged, because by the time of Book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane should be a little bit crazy. He's old and he's like crazy by then. I think that would be awesome.
Benedict does.
But yeah, dude, Ed Harris.
I can't grow the connectors. That's my biggest pet peeve and issue. So like,
oh, you mean in the goatee? In the goatee?
Yeah, because someone was
I
saying,
couldn't do that for years.
Someone was saying that I have a more comic accurate strange beard than Benedict.
That's not by accident.
It's also Scott Derrickson, I think, also wanted to put a little bit of his own homage into the character, because he also has the same beard goatee. But yeah, no, I also
Bendu is just waiting for the day that his sideburns start going gray.
Yeah,
he's just counting.
It's already
down the
happened
days.
here. I already have white beard hair.
I think I just need to stress you the fuck out. I need to just keep you like.
Happened.
I need to
just
just
like
like
you can see
really
it on
stress
camera.
you out so you start turning
It's
gray.
not your fault.
Man, I have shifts of work where I came home and found gray hairs like in my beard that weren't there when I went to work.
Platform for the
Yeah,
greater good. Yeah, dude.
Totally
of course.
works.
Totally agree with your thoughts. We were gonna see the end of Nalase. Ha! Yeah, probably.
Nalase, okay, so Nalase is getting this like hero treatment from everybody. They're like, oh, so good, she's helping Omega stay safe from. And like, no, Nalase is not on a good person. Nalase screwed Fives over.
It's
Chloe
true.
knew too much.
It's true.
Nalase was in cahoots with Palpatine. I don't care how altruistic her motivations may seem on the outside.
true.
Like, I do not
I totally
trust
forgot
her.
about that. Yeah.
I
Good
do not
point.
trust that
Good
long-necked bitch.
One bullet question that I think was either going from here or here, or something that I was previously thinking of. If you could have one dream helmet, what would it be?
Dream helmet.
Dream helmet.
I was catching up on episodes of the High Republic show today, and the latest one that I watched. Yeah, they got hosted by Christina Ariel. It's awesome. It gives you like little rundowns and everything that's happening in the book.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like the Star Wars show was.
Gotcha.
But in the latest one, they interviewed a guy who made a recreation of Marchion Ro's helmet, and it was bad.
Saxon.
It was badass. Gar Saxon would be cool too. You'll notice that I've got a lot of red and white on the shelves, and I don't have a lot of blue. So if I was going with a Mando, I would want Paz Vizsla, the heavy Mandalorian from
the blue
season 1. Yeah.
Okay.
These were taken to the Great Purge.
Gotcha.
His helmet is awesome because it's very like blocky and different. You know.
I was really thinking about the Sith Stalker helmet.
I knew you were going to say
days
that.
Ago.
I knew you were going to.
Oh, bullshit.
I knew you were going to say Sith
There
Stalker.
was something. I actually saw a couple of really awesome cosplays recently of the Sith Stalker. And I was like, you know what? That is a really fucking cool helmet.
It's all on the
Just how
hands. It's all on the long fingernails.
It
That's what
is
makes
with
it super
the
creepy.
fucking the Kruger things. But yeah, or Wolf. Clone Wolf, like he's usually my pretty go-to. But I have a small head. So my only issue, and a lot of the Black Series helmets are made for like Katarn's head or like a normal person. So I would need someone on Etsy to like make me a smaller helmet sort of a thing. But yeah, no, Wolf is usually my go-to, or probably Sith Stalker. Has been the dream helmet that I've been thinking of recently.
And I think I'd go with Paz Vizsla for a Mando, and just like across the board, I don't know. I'd love a Rex helmet. I'd love a because Rex has such a unique like Phase 1, Phase 2 freaking welded together.
For life.
I think I might go with a Rex helmet because it's got that blue and that white in there and the little rust lines. It's so nice.
The Rex, it's very like, even someone like
104th baby.
It's very just like old school knight.
Very much.
Just the way it's angled.
Very much. He
Like,
seems like
very,
a valiant crusader.
Yeah,
like he's on a crusade.
It's totally great.
Thoros
currently working on a wolf. That's excellence. That's super cool.
Hell yes. I want to see pictures on that.
Oh, the Mandalorian Maul helmet when he takes over Death Watch. That was pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah,
with
Saxon.
Yeah, with the yellow visor.
Do you remember
new level?
You remember the Prime Minister's armor during the Siege of Mandalore? It was all fancy pants. Had, like,
I was gonna say I was
gonna
say I'm too focused on Kamino's Prime Minister.
I am blanking on his name right now. Please drop it in the chat. The guy who was he was BSing Ahsoka about the school lunches. Almec. Yeah, Almec.
Okay.
Prime Minister Almec.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He had some beautiful. I think he had like a laurel wreath on his
helmet.
He, like
he
some
was so
Caesar.
Fucking
like
it was his ego. Yeah.
Like, it was gorgeous.
Didn't he
I would like one
of
those.
Wasn't
please.
Now I'm trying to remember if he was. Because there was a really old man.
He stood and fought with them, and he got his ass kicked real quick by Bo-Katan.
But he was still by Bo-Katan, so he was the asshole one then.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking of a good emperor.
He's the one who started the whole shit show conversation about Jango Fett's Mandalorian status. It's because of this fuck that people have been arguing for 12 years.
Sabine Wren's helmet. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Which one though? She repaints it a few times.
So I want to go back to one of these questions that Thoros just posted. It got buried because I didn't answer it quick enough. I know Kyle is hardcore Mando. This is true. This is the way. What are some of the deeply fleshed out civilizations, cultures, or ideals of the faction codes that you love and want to follow in your life?
Night Sisters.
For you? Yeah.
Or
if you could subscribe to a creed, you would like belong to the Dathomir way of doing things.
I would be pretty cool. I mean, I was trying to think of anything special about the Guardians, which are Quinlan Voss's people, but like I couldn't immediately think of anything aside from how like some of them are able to like, you know, touch the item and like, you know, get the whole psychic.
I like how ethereal the power is. You can't like define it with science. It's like it's very much magic. You know, in a world of in a galaxy full of wizards, it's hard to make something seem
which is why
totally
Dathomir
magical.
Is just naturally
and
super
so
cool.
It's totally badass.
Yeah.
For me, I think what I really like about Mandalorian culture, like especially delving into Legends, is the fact that everything seems to be focused not just on like family and clan and like it's like very much like a herd culture. It's also huge on personal autonomy and consent, and no one is forced to do something they don't want to do. You know, like
unless
if
it's
you're
battle related or unless it's for honor.
If
then
no, that's
you.
exactly what I'm saying. If it's battle related, no one is on that fucking battlefield that was dragged there and conscripted and drafted.
Yeah,
Every single fucker on that field volunteered and wants to fight and die on that field, and that's what is so epic about it, is that everyone has this like just like this personal drive to do what is right for their culture, versus having to like they don't have to have a law saying you must fight because everyone wants to fucking fight. You know?
That's true. I have not seen Final Space.
Like they're so goddamn brave. I admire that a lot. And the fact that people are allowed to be true to themselves within the culture as well, you know? Like it's true you're expected to fit in with traditions, but like
Wandos and the Workaday Army. Who's the Workaday Army? I don't know who that is.
Is it an auto-corrected Wookiee army, I wonder? Did you mean the Wookiee army? I don't know what the Workaday army is either.
Because a fight between Mandos and Wookiees. Man, I wouldn't want to watch that.
Oh, Mr. Monster, don't you dare.
That would be really... I wouldn't
Don't you type the rest of that comment.
I
Don't you dare.
want to watch that.
He's giving me shit about the Dark Saber crystal because I couldn't get it on Force Unleashed. Which, of course, you're going to fucking laugh at me about because he's like the pro.
No, well...
Dark Saber.
So,
Dark Saber crystal. Oh, Wakandans. Workaday army. Wakandan army.
Mandos and the Wakandan army.
You were in the ballpark with Workaday,
yeah.
I guess.
Black Panthers people. Dark Saber crystal. I'm trying to remember. Oh shit, that's the one that's on the Death Star. That's one super hidden on the Death Star fucking pipes. Mm-hmm. I remember that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave up. I tried like 10 times on stream and it didn't happen. And it was Mr. Monster's favorite moment of all time, apparently.
That's
his fondest memory.
Oh man, now I'm trying to remember what platforms I played Force Unleashed on. Oh, it was Xbox and Nintendo and Nintendo DS.
We played it together on PS2, didn't we? Or was that
on Xbox? Yours? We did play it on PS because
That's
the
right.
PlayStation version of Force Unleashed 1 had the option of the Versus mode, which
That's right.
was the first time we got to see the Sith Stalker, and then the PS2 also was the first platform that got the Stalker special edition.
That's right.
Or what's the word?
DLC,
but it wasn't a DLC. It was a little disc.
It was an expansion disc.
But what's the word for that?
Other races that could be Mandos.
It's like there was
Gungans.
StarCraft and then there was Brood War. What's the fucking word for that? It is
an expansion.
Expansion?
It's an
Is that the word I'm trying to think of?
They were called expansion packs. DLC was when games were online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gungan versus Mandos?
No, Gungan Mandos.
Okay, so
Gungans taking the
Mando
creed.
versus Wakandans. Unfortunately, Mandos would have to win that because they have the air. They have the air and they have flamethrowers, honestly. Wakandans, they have vibranium, but like that can only, and their shields, the shields only go so far. Same with the the Gungans. Like the shields would probably be their best defense against Mandos, but I don't know how that shield would go against flamethrowers.
The Dora Milaje might be better hand-to-hand fighters than Mandalorians.
Fuck yeah.
But
give them all Beskar spears.
Their weapons would not be effective against Beskar armor, and so they would land killing blow after killing blow and be like, "What the fuck? Why isn't he? Why is he still getting up?" And the Mando will just sort of be like, "Oh god, that's gonna leave a bruise," and then punch him and knock him out with a Beskar fist. Like, unfortunately, it comes down to the technology.
Hooks. Yeah, it's the technology.
If everybody's naked and it's a really weird, awkward fight, I think the Dora Milaje are gonna win. If it's just hands, but like if they got their suits, their armor, their weapons, Mandalorians are gonna take the day because they're just more technologically advanced.
Thank you, sir.
But I think the Dora Milaje are definitely the better fighters in that scenario.
Your favorites and your dream ship of all the Star Wars. Dream ship, as in flying ship? Flying ship.
What you got?
Man.
I really like the Lady Luck, Lando's ship from Legends. You get to go on board it in Jedi Outcast when it's parked on Nar Shaddaa, and it's pretty lush inside. Like
I mean,
the interior is comfortable.
I mean the
we see that ship a couple times in Rebels
pretty
and
nice. Sith Infiltrator is pretty nice, but it's very
the scimitar.
The scimitar, yeah.
It's close quarters,
it's like
man.
A Charger. Yeah, it's like a
all
Dodge
the lights
Charger.
are red. You're gonna feel like you're in a dark room.
It's literally a Dodge Charger. But like, I don't know. The Naboo Starfighter has always been pretty sexy. But I'm also more partial to Episode 1.
But like, if that was
I'm
your
sure
main
there's
craft,
another
you'd
ship.
get cramped. I think.
Yeah, no. What? The scimitar?
Well, and then one.
Oh yeah.
Ninja Ghost Dragon, I'm going to finish Final Space by the end of the week, actually, because I've only got like 2 episodes left. No spoilers, but I'm loving it, and it's breaking my heart so far. It's like, I'm getting sad thinking about it.
Oh, I need more water soon.
Bendu, you could play Hondo Onaka, according to Silvio Corradino. Would you play Hondo Onaka live action? I think you'd nail it, honestly.
No, man. A person of color needs to play Hondo.
I think Jim Cummings needs to play Hondo.
It's the pirate, right? Yeah.
Well, Jim Cummings is the voice, and he's just like the animatronic suit that they have at Galaxy's Edge is pretty badass. That's pretty much like seeing him in live action. I imagine it would just be some guy in prosthetics. Johnny Depp could do it as long as they dubbed him over with Jim Cummings.
Crystals are interesting. I don't like how the
just have the animatronic do it.
I don't like how the Dathomiri crystal also, like, regardless of what your saber color is, I don't like that it has, like, the green afterglow effect. Like, I wish the I don't know.
You would love SWTOR because you can change, like, the core of your crystal, the glow of your crystal, the outline of your crystal.
Well, it's like, outside of the blade, it emanates, like, green magic out of it, essentially. So I'm like, if the magic wasn't always green...
Oh, that's badass, though.
I don't know. If you had a red blade and green sparks coming out of the bottom of it, you would look like you have, like, a rose lightsaber. Or, like, if
that
you
could
had...
be cool.
I don't know. The green... I like the idea of the Dathomiri crystal. I don't like what its physical altercation to the saber does.
Yes, I just saw that comment that Droids is now on Disney+. I didn't watch it on Disney Plus when I was doing my reaction series. It's on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to watch it in higher quality now.
Man!
Wait, what?
Legacy 312 at Kyle, Katarn, and Bendu. If there's anything you want from Galaxy's Edge, and try to buy it to you and mail it to you.
Oh, dude.
That's one of my other bullet questions that I'll get to real quick. That
the short answer is yes.
We've already talked about it and answered it, but I want to like throw it out there just for the people to hear. Anyway. But immediately Galaxy's Edge wise that I can think of, I mean,
Legends the real deal. Legend is good for it.
There was some doll that like I remember seeing that was just fucking adorable.
They have the little Stormtrooper doll from Rogue One.
From Rogue One, yeah. It was something.
The Jar Jar. They have a little Jar Jar doll.
I'd have to go through what they
just
have
came out
again.
with there, I think.
Getting you the Jar Jar doll. That's a tongue twister. Getting you the Jar Jar doll is a must.
When I finally go there, I'm going to have to bring like a team of handlers, like just a whole posse with me, purely for the reason of dragging me out of the park when it's time to leave. Because it's going to cause a scene. Like I know myself well enough to know that I'm going to need help leaving when it's time to go.
Darth Saber, they considered it more of a light foil blade than an actual lightsaber. Yeah, I mean it would make sense because the blade shape is completely different. Blade shape is completely very changed, very specific. It's very vibro blade. So it would make sense for it to be not a specific lightsaber. Plus the fact that that's even more ego of the only Jedi Mandalorian. You know, he's like, I'm not going to give the Jedi the benefit of the fact that this is going to be a lightsaber.
I would allow him a little ego.
Sort of thing.
Man became a Jedi, first ever of his kind. I would allow him a little ego. Maybe he took it pretty far.
I don't know. It depends. I might be having to do a move.
If it's in any way possible,
we're gonna go to Celebration. Depends when. It's definitely going to happen. Just a matter of when.
Tickets are not currently available. They sold out, and then they changed the dates, and then a couple people refunded tickets, and so presumably those refunded tickets
fucking hope so.
are gonna go on sale at some
so.
point. And if that happens, I'm gonna try and snag them as fast as I can. But it's not a done deal. So if I can't get tickets to this coming celebration, I'll go next year for sure. But if I can't go this year, maybe I'll go to Galaxy's Edge instead. Go there for the first time.
I was going to say, the other bullet question that we've already talked about was given the option, would you rather build your own Saber hilt or buy a legacy hilt? And if so, who's
I would buy my own.
Would it be?
If it was a legacy hilt.
Because I know you want that Rancor tooth.
I want that Rancor tooth.
The Rancor tooth pummel is really cool.
I want a bad Bendu. I want that Rancor
really
tooth.
like
I want it so bad.
I really like the wood, the elemental handle, the one that's like wood, but it has like the airbender-ish etchings on it.
I've seen that
but
one.
Like I already have my own custom saber, so it's like I'm happy with what I have. But yeah, I'd have to look back at what Galaxy's Edge has. I know for a fact I definitely want a couple shirts.
I know it's synced up with like the buildable options in Jedi Fallen Order, and you can kind of plan out what you're going to build in the park on the game. And I want most of the really like angular, brutalist looking Inquisitor Saber components, but then with the Rancor tooth. That's what I think I'm going to end up building. Purple Crystal.
Are you doing a meetup at Galaxy's years, or maybe like not for a while? Disney's way too crowded right now. Still, everyone's over at Avengers Campus, which means like they're still going to go over to Galaxy's Edge at some point.
Ooh,
but no, there's way too many.
But that comment that does bring up a very good point though. If at some point when we are able to go to Galaxy's Edge,
it probably will be during Celebration.
And anyone that is able to be in the area and come meet up with us, we will like put the call out and say, hey, this is where we are. So whenever we make it down there, we will do like something of a meetup.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Actually, the more I think about it, yeah.
No, I think that's a great idea. Sorry for you guys. I'm just like leaning in, talking into his crotch.
For the Instagram Live,
I swear,
it's
there's a
like
phone
still
over
kind
here.
of happening. Yeah. Yeah, no. Now
Murdoch, I wish you could be here too, man.
Now it's gonna bug me because like I remember there was a stuffed animal that I really wanted because it was just, like super fucking cute. It wasn't the, I know it wasn't the Loth Cat. The Loth Cat's just what I'm thinking of in the top front of my head because I find it funny that if you move the front leg, it like opens its mouth and like makes a fucking sound. But the animatronic Loth Cat, I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I want to see all of that stuff.
That shit.
Spooky Sweet, I will absolutely hug 3PO for you if I get a chance. And I know you're working on some Lulas right now. Spooky Sweet makes Lula dolls
it would be
Bad Batch,
Anaheim.
and they're
It's
totally
in
badass.
no. Star Wars Celebration is usually always in Anaheim.
It rotates. It was in Chicago previously.
They were thinking Galaxy's Edge Orlando.
Oh,
no, I was like, nah, we're thinking of the Anaheim Celebration.
Disney did an internal poll in the Disney forums for what lightsaber to release next. Doc Ondar's and Ezra and Kanan's hilts were on there, but Cal Kestis won.
Yeah, they did. They did show Cal.
I want the goofy ass season 1 Ezra, like staple gun lightsaber.
I fucking hate that saber fucking much.
I know you do.
I hate I hate the staple gun so fucking much.
I wanted to buy it and then give it to you as a gift.
It's so obnoxious. It's so weird.
I was gonna pick it up and just show up on his door and be like, "Hey, I got you this, bro."
Blaster, like it's literally a staple gun.
I love it.
So fucking.
I love it. I love that you can shoot little pew pew of lightsaber blade. No, it's awesome.
Staple gun is awesome. Yeah, yeah.
We're split here. Hate the saber. Love it. Like I love it. He hates it. Staple gun all the way.
Who was the one that came out before Cal? It went up against Qui-Gon.
Went up against Qui-Gon.
Yeah, was it Kanan's? No, Kanan's from Fallen Order.
Kanan's from Rebels.
Okay.
What are you?
So I was trying.
Who are you thinking
of?
of?
Kanan. So who just came out from?
Game character?
Yeah.
Cal Kestis. In Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, Fallen Order just came out. So it was Kanan that came out before?
Kanan was in Rebels.
Then it was Leia.
He was Ezra's teacher.
Yeah, I think he beat Qui-Gon. Yeah, we're still waiting for a Legacy Qui-Gon hilt, if I remember correctly.
I don't know what the order of release was of the sabers, but yeah, Qui-Gon hilt would be dope.
The last one they
Qui-Gon
did a
hilt
poll.
would be dope.
The last one was a poll like that also of like, which saber do you want to see first? And then it was like a big reveal, and everyone was like kind of disappointed that it wasn't Qui-Gon.
Man, I remember when Jaina Solo won the poll for the Black Series figure. I voted for her. I was super stoked. And then I slept on it, and I went out there, and they were sold out. And it was sold out online, and I'm like, well, all right. $999 on eBay? No thanks.
Yeah, no, that's one we'll just have to wait for.
I'll just print out a picture of it and put the picture on the shelf.
Yeah. It needs to be sent.
It sucks. Like I was like, man, I voted for this. Like I made this happen. It's like
in the
backing,
nicest way.
It's like doing a HasLab backing on the Razor Crest and then not getting the Razor Crest, or having it blown up in the middle of the second season.
They did make a toy Ezra Gen 1 Saber, and it did shoot Nerf darts. You are correct.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a toy.
That's your next birthday present. It's gonna happen.
Oh man. Oh man.
Do you think we'll see a young Boba Fett at the end of the Bad Batch season with him meeting Omega? If he's there...
He's older than Omega.
So he's 14 years old.
Yeah.
He better have a good reason to be there.
Yeah.
What reason?
He's running Boba's running gangs right now.
Boba's
I was actually thinking about it yesterday.
He's doing hardcore criminal bounty hunter stuff.
He's not even doing bounty hunter stuff. He's just running gangs and
doing
hood rat shit.
He was already doing bounty hunter stuff in the Clone Wars. When they did the train heist, that was technically a bounty hunter job. When Asajj joined them.
Okay, fine. I'm
so he was already doing it.
But he wasn't doing assassinations. He was hanging out with Aura Singh.
Right.
But he wasn't doing
stuff.
heists. Yeah, that's the difference. Whereas now, 14, he could be more Lucy-Lou's character from...
Fantastic. Are you serious, man? Let me...
What?
I am going to eBay, because if Fantastic is telling the truth, hot diggity dog.
I'm missing something. Jaina Solo for $30 on eBay right now?
Apparently. Let's take a look at that.
Your tattoos look good on sunlight. Yeah, they do.
My skin doesn't look good on sunlight, though. I get so burned. I burn like...
That's a hot one.
I burn like a stack of paper, man. I gotta buy my sunscreen from NASA, alright? It's just... I could go on. Jaina Solo Black Series figure. Well, what do you know? Yeah, 42 bucks. Not bad at all. It just died, which is hilarious because I used it for like 20 minutes. I think it overheated. Yeah, it's pretty hot in here, guys. I don't know if you can tell because we both look so good right now. I'm like so sweaty over here. But yeah, it's like a cool like 92, 93 in here.
I don't think it's not like they're gonna recognize each other. Well, they might recognize each other. It might just be you look familiar, but they've never met. They don't know who each other are. Well. Yeah, no, they don't know who each other are.
No, dude. So, if you're walking around in a crowd and you see your face,
or your cousin,
if you see a girl with your face, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Like,
and blonde hair,
and your voice. Like, you could tell when you're related.
She doesn't
to someone.
have his voice though. Like, she sounds way more like.
Well, but people bump into like people are like siblings that are separated, and they like bump into each other, and they know straight away. Like that happened before.
Okay, that's
because
fine. That's
like you like the face that you've seen the most is your own.
Boba's way more angry.
And if someone looks like you, you're gonna recognize that quicker than
younger
like anyone else will. Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. Like everyone's like, if I go back in time, I don't have to worry about younger me seeing me because I look so different now. They won't recognize me. It's like, well, they're gonna figure out it's you pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna know each other. They might recognize that each other are clones, but I don't think they'll recognize who each other necessarily like.
No, Omega was able to look at Rex's face and know that he was Generation 1 straight away. So she's gonna look at Boba's face and be like,
"You're Generation 1."
She's gonna be like, "You're the Generation 1."
Why? Because he's 14.
Because he's a different age than all the other clones around. He's like, "You're Generation 1, but look at your age. You're growing naturally. You must be Alpha."
That's true.
Omega's really good at putting things together. She contextualizing is her enhancement. It seems
those
like
fet genes,
right?
Yeah,
totally.
It's just those natural Mando genes.
In open seasons.
Django is a foundling. That's right. Well, it's still training goes a long way.
In Django Fett open seasons by Hayden Blackman, we see his sister Arla Fett. She got the same blonde hair.
Yeah.
That is the story of him participating in the Mandalorian Wars. It was all made canon in season 2 when he's like, "This is my chain code."
But didn't Django
was a foundling and he was in the Mandalorian. It was the first time we heard that Django was a foundling. And that's like the piece of the puzzle that makes everything make sense. Yep. Django being a foundling. But that word meant nothing to us before Mandalorian season 1 came out. So
Clan Fett adopted Django, essentially.
One more time, fuck Almec for creating this huge debate in the first place. Just to try and get out of lying about cutting corners in a school lunch program. Like, come on, man.
You don't want to get 3PO
Talk about the butterfly effect.
3PO tape dispenser? No, I don't.
Oh, have you seen that thing?
It's a weird.
Have you seen that
It's
thing?
a weird Is it creepy? It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird concept.
It's like he's like laying back. It's like a tape dispenser, regular
Oh,
shape.
excellent.
But like the things in the front are his legs, and so you can imagine where the rest of that, where the goodness goes.
That's
you know,
fine.
where the real business is conducted.
Yeah.
Read a question, or I'll keep going.
I was gonna say you answered the helmet question. We got the Saber Hilt question.
Oh, we got one on your Instagram here. How is it going to be when Boba and Omega meet up? Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's amazing theorizing about the Fett family. It's true.
I think that if the two of them meet, Boba may not recognize Omega straight away. Omega's going to recognize Boba instantly, just because she has that.
That's true.
Contextualization superpower. You know?
It's true. She was like kind of raised and trained by the fucking medical operative of
yeah, she was Nala Se's medical assistant. Which is also how she knew about the
Kaminoa.
chips.
Yeah. The inhibitor chips, yeah, and how she's like, I don't have one. Because fuck you guys.
Man, Kaminoan, everyone in episode 2 says it a different way.
It's still Camino. I was just like completely tongue.
It's the planet's Camino.
Myself.
The race is Kaminoan, like Kaminoan.
Yeah.
Jetster calls them Kaminoans.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, that happens all the time in voiceover. Is that something will be glossed over and the director will not give you a pronunciation, and like the actor has never heard this thing spoken aloud before, you know, especially if he's recording in a home studio and he hasn't actually come in and read the thing.
Kashyyyk versus Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk versus
yeah,
Kashyyyk,
dude.
You know,
wasn't Mace Windu our first time hearing Kashyyyk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kashyyyk. I think it was him who said it out loud at first. I remember talking to people
Kashyyyk
about
was
that
about
in school
KOTOR
when that movie came out, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Kashyyyk, man. Now we know for sure."
Oh no, Force Unleashed came out way after. Never mind. What did they say in Force Unleashed? Did they say Kashyyyk also?
They don't.
Or no, we don't go there. Never mind. Or no. No, we totally go to Kashyyyk.
They don't say it out loud. It's just, and you go there in the prologue, and then you go back there.
And
for
then you go back.
The ruins.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone says the name of the. Do they? If they do, I'm sure they pronounce it the same way because it was post prequels.
That's true.
And post prequels, everyone kind of just like fell in line with how Samuel L. Jackson said it that one time.
No, that's true.
Has the Bendu ever played the Old Republic? Negative, but he's played both KOTOR 1 and 2. I think he would love the Old Republic. I'm working on getting him to join the guild.
I never ended the second one, truth be told.
Oh, really?
There was a lot of moving. Okay. Or like I was moving states at the same time, and like
maybe I need to bring you in when I finish the second one so we can finish it together. Neither of us know the ending.
I remember the first level, like the meteor level, taking me fucking forever and not enjoying it. So I just replayed.
That's good to know.
I replayed the first KOTOR multiple times in multiple different like genders and classes, and just like play the game different ways, just to kind of see what the options were. The only thing I didn't really focus on in KOTOR was the card game that they had inside. It was like how Solo brought in Sabacc.
Is it Pazak?
Pazak.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't do that shit.
Oh, you could play Pazak. That's
I didn't give a shit about Pazak.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be playing it for the first time. KOTOR on Friday. But I think the Old Republic is great. The Nightlife event just started. It's like a gambling thing where you can go to the Hutt Casino, the Star Cluster on Nar Shaddaa, and like just waste all your credits at gambling, but you can get a little Gonk droid. That's one of those claw machine games as a pet.
Oh, what?
It's so dope.
So it's a Gonk, but it's still part like claw toy.
It's a Gonk walking around, but its body has like a hollow cavity with like a little claw machine and a bunch of like goodies and toys and gold inside. It's so cool.
Fucking incredible.
KOTOR is totally rich with lore, and I can't wait to like dive into it. But
as
soon as
Disney is slowly making it more canon,
the second
man.
one, we should stream it together. You should come over and play it on Fridays.
Yeah, I didn't finish.
And then we can both like
playing all
do
of
it together.
Story wise, I know. Story wise, like I know the whole like storyline.
Sure, and I know
it was very rushed.
I know the main things.
The ending was very rushed. Visually though, like. Is her name Kreia? Is the old woman Kreia? She was fucking really cool. I really liked the old lady, how she used the Force to like whip around different lightsabers with her. Nihilus.
Yeah, Kreia has the move that they use in Jedi Academy, right?
Oh man, obviously Nihilus is legendary.
Man ate a planet. See, even I know that, and I haven't played.
Eater, yeah, dude, fucking Star Wars Galactus, man, fucking incredible villain. The Saber customization is actually fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. Where would you rank it compared to like Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy? where all you can really change is your color, your hilt, and then the style that you use.
I mean, that's how the first KOTOR is,
Okay,
and like at the same time, like that's kind of really all you needed.
Sure.
At that moment.
And other games came out around the same time too.
Exactly, but this one was definitely kind of the predecessor to how deep into customization you can get to with Force Unleashed and with, well, not necessarily Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed, you can just change the color,
right?
Which is still cool because he's still like that game's mostly about your force powers anyway, so it's different. But
when it comes to the actual hilt, I think Jedi Fallen Order takes
Fallen
the cake
Order, yeah. So this was
customizing.
definitely the predecessor to Fallen Order when it comes to Saber customizations for sure. KOTOR though,
Silvio, really quick. I'm
love
sorry,
my
I know you
Dragon
keep
Pearls.
asking this. Let me answer it for you really quick. No, I've never played VR before. I meant to take the plunge when Squadrons came out, and then something came up and I had to spend all my money on something else. So I've been waiting. At this point, I don't have a good excuse. And that's what it was. That's right. I remember now. I did fix my computer. But as soon as I get a VR rig, I'm going to be doing first-time play reactions to Tales from Galaxy's Edge, Vader's Immortal, as well as my reaction to the first time ever playing Squadrons with a VR headset. And I'm probably going to pee my pants. So you can stay tuned for that. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've never done a VR thing before, and I'm really looking forward to it, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. So, because I'm a little bit of an old man.
Yeah, no, we just have to put him either outside somehow or just like move all the desks.
It's all good. Just put
cool.
mattresses up all around the place so I can like crash into stuff. Put padding over the corners of the TV here so I don't like hit it.
I feel like the VR Star Wars games are going to be very much like what was the PlayStation game that you did play through on computer where you're like the rebel pilot, they have to like shoot the stormtroopers at first, and then the bullshit you have to fly that Falcon freighter through those fucking pipes.
It was like, Rebel Assault 2.
That's what
it was Rebel Assault 2.
Yeah,
it had amazing FMV cutscenes with real actors, and it was so campy, and I loved it. But then it was fully on rails. Yeah.
The VR is totally going to be like that, where you're going to be like have to duck behind a barrel, and then pew pew, and then duck, and then like pew pew.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, right.
Like,
exactly.
I'm perfectly fine with easing myself into it because I haven't done anything like that. Like the Handmaiden's Tale.
I don't know what the Handmaiden is.
Beat Saber is a hell of a lot of fun if you want to try some non-Star Wars VR games.
This is true. The idea of just slicing shit.
That's true. I'd do that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, Rebel Assault 2 was
guys,
amazing at that time.
The evening.
It's still amazing, and if you want, you can check out bloopers for those cutscenes.
We're probably not going to be. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. We're gonna wrap this up with just like a handful more questions, just because we are getting pretty dang hot in here. Thank you for toughing this out, though. I know it's hot in this room.
A room tour?
Yes, actually. I'm doing a series of collection videos on the Patreon that detail, like, do a breakdown of all of the helmets on the shelf, for example, where I got them, how much they were, how they were created. And the next section was going to be, like, on the books. Then I was going to do one on the ships.
The girl in the red.
But, yes, I'm planning on doing, like, an actual tour of the entire filming studio so you can see what's on that side as well as just on this side. There's, like, a bunch of Lord of the Rings stuff over there. You can actually move your phone. But
this is true.
They're not going to get to see because that's in a fixed position.
This side's definitely more Rebel pilots.
Yes, I do want to do a tour of the room once the other side of the room looks a little nicer.
And then this side's definitely more
kind of
specialty troopers
in flux.
And Mandos. But what was there was a question I was just thinking of.
Which?
Oh, the handmaiden from KOTOR 2. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
She's I didn't like her as much. I did really love the concept that KOTOR 2 had that depending on what your alignment was affects your team. So like the more dark side shit you do, the dark side points travel over to your party.
I like that.
So the more that your face turns all dark side, so your party members, yeah.
What a bunch of followers.
Versus the first one, where it was definitely more
Murdoch,
specific.
you talking about the Super Star Destroyer back there? Well, I think I can actually do that right now. Check this out. This is the capital ship of the Katarn Squadron fleet. And let me just do like a Star Wars style flyby right here.
Lord of the Rings stuff.
So you can see all that detail in there.
Not as much. We want more.
I'll show you guys too over here. This is our Super Star Destroyer. It's like as big as us.
Yeah.
This is the Fantasy Flight Games
board for sure.
Fantasy Flight Games game piece for the Armada game.
You could serve sushi on top of it.
We should do that. We should put a little charcuterie on this at some point. But I think this is the biggest model they ever made, and I pre-ordered it.
It's gorgeous. It's so like the shape is just so iconic.
And I don't display it flat. I actually display it a little bit angled so you can see more of it because it's a very flat model. I put a little D20 on the edge of the base to like give it a little bit of a lift. Fun fact.
Yeah. The more you learn, like no. Next time next time I go to Michael's, I need to find a head mount for that fucking Mando helmet.
Yes.
That way it's not resting on its cheekbones.
Yeah, no.
The visor's gonna be tricky.
The visor's gonna be hard to put in place. He's talking about this one right here. It's resting
fucking
right there
eyeballs.
on these. I'm gonna get a stand for it, so it raises
Sabine
up a
Wren
little bit
in the
higher.
Ahsoka show, bro. Could you imagine live action Sabine? Oh, even if she was just a hologram, I would be excited for that.
Yeah,
just
no,
the
we're
name
definitely
drop,
gonna get that.
You know, like so good.
There's not a doubt in my mind that we are not only gonna get live action Ezra and Thrawn, we are definitely gonna get Sabine as well. The only thing I'm wondering about is, are they gonna bother to bring us Zeb? Because Zeb would be really hard to pull off, making a live action Lasat look convincing. They did it in Jedi Fallen Order with Jaro Tapal, but like.
Yep.
It's easy to render that. It's harder to make some dude actually look that way and believe it. Like, so if they pull off a live action Zeb, I'm gonna be really impressed. I'm really counting on Sabine though. I think Sabine's definitely showing up.
Yeah, facial prosthetics.
Zach, I did watch the casting video. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. Sorry.
They could fuck up and. Or sorry, I was interrupting.
No, go for it.
I was like, Zeb. They could fuck up. They could fuck up and make him look like the Grinch. You know?
Oh my god.
Just a purple Grinch. Like, they could mess it up. So, I have faith.
I think you just
They have the money. They have the money for it. You know, they made Rosario Dawson look really good for us.
Just imagining Zeb sitting there. Am I just eating because I'm bored?
It's the nose, man. Yeah.
Steve Blum's great. He does such a good job with that voice.
Characters rumored to return. Chopper. Bring us back, Chopper.
Chopper's like the only one that's made the transition to screen. He made it before Ahsoka did.
It's kind of true.
Chopper got in there in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And the Ghost made the transition too.
Or if it... Oh man, now I'm thinking of like Sabine... Or not Sabine. Related to Sabine. Like for the Ahsoka series,
really upsets me
it could give us Sabine and it could give us... what's Kanan and what's her butt's son's name?
Oh, Jason.
Jason
Syndulla. We could see Jason. It's true.
Jason and Sabine, I think, would be the two we'd probably see the most, like, tripping around.
I think we'll see Jason Syndulla in whatever show we get about young Ben Solo.
Say again?
When whatever Skywalker Academy turns out to be.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to get young Ben Solo, and we're going to get Jason Syndulla growing up together, and we're going to get them being taught by Ahsoka, and Grogu's going to be there, too. I think that's like phase 4 or phase 5 of New Disney Star Wars, if you will. That's the stories that we're going to be getting.
Just like... I mean, obviously he wouldn't be 20-year-old, but like 20-year-old Grogu, just like
cool young adult.
Like he's still
Grogu
young adult
in a leather
Grogu,
jacket.
but he's like still like he's now at his full height. You know, he's like Yoda height, but he's still young ass.
He wears a leather jacket. He rolls around on a big wheel
with the Mando necklace.
The coolest young man.
The coolest young man ever. Oh man, that's too fucking adorable. That's too fucking adorable. Look at you, little Johnny Zuko. Where are you going, little greaser Grogu?
What a cute little Grogu. Just pinch his cheek hella hard.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm a Jedi Master.
He'd
goddamn
like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
And then he would. He'd throw you through the wall. Wouldn't stop me. I'd still do it to him.
It's true.
And you know what? I have the power to do it right now.
That would be like trying to pet an alligator, which I would. I would still be like, you know, scratch it on the nose, but then just like run the fuck away.
Look at this cute little guy. Look at this cute little guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
You know what? It's way too hot to be touching you right now because you're all rubbery and gross. So I'm just gonna put that away. I'm sorry that I called him gross.
Now how very cute, be but what's the bedroom fighting did.
Kind of slimy.
I don't know if Sabine. I mean, like obviously Sabine's gonna care about the Darksaber, but it doesn't mean the same Excalibur level of shit.
I think Sabine
that
is
it
gonna
does
be.
With Bo-Katan.
I think Sabine's gonna be pissed at Bo-Katan
for losing it. Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Sabine's gonna be like, "What the fuck, Bo?
Yeah,
I gave you this, and then you just lost it
to this guy,
to an Imperial."
Well, Din Djarin's not.
She didn't even lose it
Imperial.
to Din Djarin. She lost it to like punk ass Gideon.
It's true. She
Bo-Katan,
did.
like, if I was Sabine, I'd have some words. It'd be like, I entrusted this
Some
to
words.
you. I like after Bo-Katan played all
That's
high
true.
and mighty with Sabine, like moments before she gave her the Darksaber. Like she was all like lording it over Sabine for the
That's
fact
so
that she
true.
had a hand in creating the Duchess. She's like, you don't know what it means to be Mandalorian and all this stuff. And
All
she's
that
like,
bullshit, dude.
So she gives her the Darksaber.
That's so fucking true.
Fast forward, she's lost it to Gideon, who's not even a Mandalorian. And like, so I think that if I was Sabine, I'd be Bo-Katan. I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh
like,
man,
I'm
that's
reevaluating
so
my opinion of you.
It's
like,
true. She
harshly
just,
right
like,
now.
She just like side tilt, just side glance, Bo. Be like,
Yeah.
huh?
Her helmet would be
Huh.
like at a full half cock. She'd be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that. Well, don't you know?
Bendu
Yeah.
did have a Kyle-sized beard once when we used a face swap app
Not
thing
that. Oh yeah.
on my phone.
It was not-
It looked hilarious. It was pretty great.
It was. Yeah. It was. Nothing that I had the patience nor the ability. I mean, like I could grow up myself, but I don't think I would drive myself insane. I don't think I could ever. grow a
It's
beard.
like growing your hair out. You've got like the weird awkward phase, and then it starts
Yeah.
getting better. But for the beard, you have the itchy phase, and then the itchiness starts to go away once it starts like getting off your face again. But
Oh,
like,
that's how that works. Interesting.
yeah, because like while it's actually touching against your face, like it's really itchy. But once the gravity starts like pulling it down off of your face,
What if Bo dies and Spone takes the leadership?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, right.
I'm all for it.
I mean, I don't
think
know. If
Sabine
she,
will be great.
mean, I'm for it. I don't know if she wants.
I was disappointed when she gave it up to Bo-Katan in the
I
first
don't know if
place. To
she
be
would want
honest,
to be like in charge of a whole fucking planet, though. Like she's doing her artist gig.
right? But
and
how cool
she's-
would it be if Mandalore had a leader whose primary focus wasn't war, not a pacifist,
True.
someone who is a fighter,
Because she's still super.
but someone
against the
priorities
Empire.
other than killing other people. Like that sounds like the perfect leader of Mandalore
And
to
there's
me.
still other shit like the First Order that's about to come up.
Yeah,
And like all
Sabine
sorts of other
is
things.
tough. She is strong.
Yeah.
She is fair and compassionate. She knows how to lead people in a war. She's done it, but she has interests outside of war that she wants to pursue, like making art and things like that,
mean, First
which makes
Order-
her like the perfect balance. Of
They
them.
totally stole the jetpacks from
Yep.
Mando Designs.
Yep.
So
I think the Imperial Super Commandos.
shit, we first see them in
are
Force
super
Unleashed,
cool.
but Force Unleashed isn't
We only see
fucking
well
canon.
Technically, the space troopers in the A New Hope on the outside of the Death Star docking ring when they're bringing the Falcon in have like big old backpacks on them.
But they
But
weren't
we don't
there
see. We
for,
don't know
like,
that they're jetpacks.
flight. Yeah, they weren't.
We don't
there
know
for
that they're
flight
jetpacks,
commands,
but they
though.
kind of look
Air
like
support.
jetpacks.
That's the word I was looking for.
They're
weren't there
totally
for-
big ass oxygen tanks.
Is the beef from Mandalore? Yeah, it's true.
What if the Mando dies and Grogu becomes the leader of the Mandos? Grogu with the Darksaber? Yeah. What
Grogu
if,
with the Darksaber. Oh,
what if
no,
the,
that's
what
not
if the
gonna happen.
Darksaber
That's not-
becomes Grogu's Jedi weapon though?
That's not gonna happen.
It could.
Somebody's no.
Because
Somebody else is gonna pick it up. Somebody's gonna pick it up.
This is the story of Din Djarin failing upwards, all right? And he's going to become the leader of Mandalore, you know? Would I like Sabine to do it?
If
Yes. Do I
anything-
want Bo-Katan? No. But I think that whether I like it or not, it's going to end up with Din Djarin on the throne because he's the main character and he's who we're really following here. And it's more for the
True.
audience to be like, wow, if he becomes the leader.
Grogu weapon though. Consider this. I don't think he'll take the Darksaber, but
I
he
think Din will just give it to him.
He could chop off the top of the Beskar spear and turn the spear into a sword, and have a Beskar sword.
That could be cool. I think
Actually, it would be more correctly like a Gladius at that point. So
by the time we
would
see
have a
Grogu
Beskar
again,
Gladius.
I think that Mando will have. I keep calling him Mandu. Like what's going on?
It's
Cat
the
Mandu. Yes, spooky sweet. You jinxed me. My brain is melting again. It was full on melting last night. I was trying to play Battlefront, and I was like, "All right, time to go left." Just like turn right, smash into a wall.
I'm totally
like...
gonna take a cold bath soak before getting back to painting.
That's a good idea.
Because I'm
I got
really
that- I got
trying
that
to get
paddling
into
pool in the
Marvel
front yard.
Crisis Protocol, but like I literally only have one.
Yeah,
character.
Bendu is
one
painting-
character of my 4-character team painted.
He is painting
Two
a
of them
Doctor
aren't
Strange,
even-
coincidentally
aren't
enough.
Well, Wong. I finished painting Wong. The Enchantress is on the docket, followed by Thor's sister Angela. Doctor Strange and Corvus Glaive still need to be built and primed.
Speaking of the
But,
Corvus, I'm in the middle of painting Inferno Squad right now.
yeah. Dude, the Inferno Squad.
All I've done is assemble them. I've done them with the gluing. I've got to
Beskar
prime
School
them,
would be-
and then it'll be pretty easy to do them. And because I have Inferno Squad from Fantasy Flight for Legion, and I have the Corvus from Fantasy Flight for X-Wing. I now have like every Battlefront 2 tie-in product that Fantasy Flight games ever made, and that was entirely like unintentional. It just sort of happened.
But it makes it canon.
Yeah, totally canon. Oh yeah, Inferno Squad, and I have Inferno Squad by Christy Golden, which is a great novel, and deals with Lux Bonteri, who I think is going to show up in Bad Batch in the next few episodes.
Yeah,
like,
we have, let's see, episode 8 just happened out of 16.
9.
Oh, episode 9 just happened.
Bounty Lost, yeah, that was
16.
episode 9.
So, yeah. There's some time for some characters to show up, and then there's still plenty of time for us to still kind of understand where the story is going to go. So, yeah, we will see. We will see.
I think that we're not going to see Grogu for most of Season 3 of Mando. I think we're going to see Grogu, like, at the end of Season 3.
I think
and then Season 4 will
Runner.
be, like, the new and improved Grogu show.
Yeah. Season 3, I have very big, like, either Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah.
It's all good, because part of it, obviously, it has to take place in
on Mandalore.
beat the shit Mandalore.
Right, exactly.
Like, under Imperial rule Mandalore. After Darth Maul fucked up
Murdoch,
Mandalore.
exactly. Well, that's what we're both saying.
Yeah.
I think, and I hope that the reason that they gave Grogu to Luke, the real reason they did that, is so that Grogu could be safely out of the way while we have an entire season of just Mandos beating the shit out of Mandos with all of the explosive everything.
All the aliens. Give us all the Trandoshans. Give us Bosk.
Yeah.
Give us Bosk.
Give us
Where's
Bosk?
the camera?
Oh, there's
Give
one there,
us
there's one
Bosk.
there, there's one there, there's everywhere. Book of Boba Fett is gonna give us Bosk. They're gonna give us Dengar. They're gonna give us Bylert Valance from the Clone Wars. They're gonna give us Fennec Shand, live action Omega, iFancast, Keisha Cascuse.
Live action Omega is gonna be dope.
I think we're gonna get pretty much everybody. Everyone's gonna be in there. We're gonna get goddamn Death Stick from Star Wars Uprising, the canceled mobile game. Just showed up in War of the Bounty Hunters and is now also gonna be in Book of Boba Fett.
You mean dude who tried selling Death? Like,
No, that's Elan Sleaze-Begano. There's a bounty hunter whose name is Death Stick. She kind of
That's
resembles
funny.
Zam Wesell. She's got like this purple getup going on, and she fires like a harpoon gun that can take your head off.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. She's gonna be there. There's also this new bounty hunter whose name escapes me, but she has a colorful feathery mohawk, and she's been around since the High Republic, which makes her about 400 years old. Homegirl is still living like bounty to bounty after 400 years. The struggle is real.
That's pretty, or just build that experience.
Or it's just a hobby at this point. Like 400 years old, I'd be retiring, unless you live for 400 more. Who knows how much money you're gonna need? You know. I guess that's a good point. But yeah, everyone's coming back in. Like Dirge. Tomorrow, I'll be doing comics with Katarn right here on the channel, and we're reading the next Dr. Aphra, which ties into War of the Bounty Hunters.
Oh, interesting.
And fucking Dirge from Tartarovsky's Clone Wars.
Oh, the fucking bug dude.
Dude,
yeah,
he's coming back
man.
to canon. He's going to be canonized in this issue. He's showing up, and he's
From the Tartarovsky Clone Wars cartoon, man.
Yeah, dude, he's participating in the War of the Bounty Hunters. Like, it is now canon that he
I wonder if they'll give him his
chased after
motorcycle.
Han while he was in Carbonite.
Bro, I wonder if they'll give him his motorcycle.
Oh,
Hello, Colleen.
it'll be great. Somehow Aphra and like Magna
Oh, that's
Tulvin
gonna
end
be
up
so
jousting with Dirge. Like, how are they going to
And
make that make sense?
he has to do the whole grow big and buggy sort of thing.
Well, she's got to try and blow him
Muscle
up and then
body.
have it not work and have him reconstitute himself.
Yes.
Like, oh, that part was so cool.
That's gonna be
I'm pretty sure our reactions to the Tartarovsky Clone Wars are still up on YouTube, and they haven't been completely obliterated by Disney yet. I should check
Why
on
would
those.
they?
I noticed that one or two of them got blocked a while back, and I
Oh, weird.
got them trimmed down so that they would be posted again. But there's a couple things that
Party.
so I'll have to check. Yeah, Dirge versus Boba Fett. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be canon. It's gonna be amazing. And speaking of War of the Bounty Hunters, and speaking of Bad Batch, we learned in episode 9 that Boba's original name was Alpha, right? Presumably because he's the first clone, but Alpha nonetheless. Issue number 1 of War of the Bounty Hunters started with a Boba Fett story, and it was called fucking Alpha.
Interesting.
And
I
this
wonder
was
if that
like a
probably
month
where-
ago.
Uh-huh.
It was right in front of us. It was right in front of us the whole time. It's the War of the Bounty Hunters, Alpha 1, Boba Fett right there on the cover.
They must have done that on purpose.
It was the episode that he like called himself Django. He like went by Django as an alias, and he fought in a pit and painted his armor black. Like he's straight up talking about Django, and it's called Alpha. Like it was absolutely foreshadowing,
Wow.
and it was right under our noses, and we didn't know about it. Now we know.
But yeah. So again, today is Tuesday. So Thursday night,
Today
is going to be
Thursday.
Clone Wars, or not Clone Wars. Well, kind of Clone Wars. Bad Batch. So yeah, stay tuned for the Katarn channel because
Comics with Katarn is
10.
going to be kicking off tomorrow at noon, and then Thursday I'm going to be spending as much time as possible troubleshooting that resolution thing for KOTOR, and then Thursday night we got Bad Batch reaction. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, coming to you Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, most likely on Friday. Saturday, if it takes a while. I had pretty good luck with the internet last time. That's why the reaction came out as quickly as it did. The full-length one is usually pretty instant. It's usually on Patreon, like, by the next morning, easily. By Friday morning, I'm saying. But on Friday, I'll be starting my playthrough of KOTOR 1 for the very first time, so I hope you guys can join me. You can even join me if you want, if you're free at the time.
Wait, when?
It'll be Friday, probably like 12 or maybe 1.
Oh, no, I'll be at work.
Okay, no worries. But
I'm excited to see...
By the time
what kind of I'm excited to see what kind of character you choose.
I'm deciding whether or not I want to just like follow my own choices, like how I would do it if I was alone, or if I want to let like the chat like vote on it and see
there's only
what
3
people
classes.
want me to do.
There's like soldier, scoundrel.
Well, sure, but I'm assuming that you get like dialogue trees
female.
the same way you do in the. So they could be like, be good, be evil, be a dick. Like I can refer to them what they want me to do
this
too.
Is true.
So I think that'll be cool. Yeah, Jake, sorry to say it is over for now, but there will be another one of these coming very soon. It's been way too long since the last time we did a community Q&A, and I'm really sorry about that. There's been a lot of stuff going on out in the world.
Yeah, dude.
We're going to try and do this a little more regularly in the future. At least once a month, maybe even more often than that. If we can swing it.
Skill points right away. You'll know when it's the right time.
Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know, because I'm not great at,
for all my party
members.
I always hit the auto use button, and the auto thing always like does it correctly. For my own individual points, I definitely usually just put it into what I know will give me more force powers later on. It does usually fuck up my HP, but I usually go with a scoundrel class anyway, which does have the lowest starting HP, but it does give you more force power options later on. But yeah, it's a fun one. Soldier, it's like soldier, scoundrel, pilot or something.
You can be a tinker, sailor, soldier, or a spy.
Yeah.
Or candlestick maker.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This is it for the Q&A. I will be doing another one soon. Stay tuned. This is going to get archived and thrown onto YouTube later on today. So if you did not catch the full thing, don't worry. You'll have a chance to rewind and watch the rest of it later, too. If you're in the Pacific Northwest like we are, try and stay cool for the rest of this heat wave. Yeah, drink lots of water. If you've got AC, good for you, bro. I don't.
No, we don't.
Nah, we'll be fine. It's cool enough.
I'm gonna go soak in the tub.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call indeed. Awesome. Well, thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.